Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Roki Sasaki's return to the Dodgers rotation is shaping up to be a more patient process than many expected, as the team navigates both his physical recovery and the mental side of regaining full confidence on the mound. After a first rehab appearance with the Comets, Sasaki managed just over 2 innings instead of the planned 3, throwing fastballs that averaged 93.6 miles per hour, which fell short of the 96 to 97 he had demonstrated in a live session the week before. The Dodgers are taking a cautious approach, understanding that rushing him back could compromise not just his health, but his ability to attack hitters at the major league level with a conviction he has yet to fully display consistently this season. Confidence is a key factor here, and the team is willing to prioritize long-term performance over a quick return. With a rotation that has expanded to include 6 arms, including established starters like Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Clayton Kershaw, and recently healthy Emmett Sheehan, the immediate pressure for Sasaki to step back onto the mound has diminished. This gives the team flexibility to allow him the time necessary to ramp up both his workload and his mental approach, which may extend his timeline into mid or even late September. Manager Dave Roberts has acknowledged the slight dip in velocity from Sasaki, noting that while it is not a cause for alarm, it was surprising given the expectation for his fastball to sit in the upper 90s. Roberts plans to speak with Sasaki directly to get a clearer picture of how he felt during the outing and how he's managing his shoulder impingement, highlighting the level of individualized attention being given to ensure the pitcher's complete readiness. Sasaki's struggles earlier in the season have added another layer of complexity. In his 8 appearances prior to the injury, he posted a 4.72 ERA and managed only 24 strikeouts, numbers that underscore why the Dodgers are particularly cautious with his return. The right-handed pitcher has relied on his fastball for roughly half of his pitches this season, and any deviation from peak velocity can alter his entire approach and effectiveness against major league hitters. The team is clearly aware that his development and adjustment during the rehab period will directly influence their postseason prospects, and allowing him ample time to regain full form could pay dividends when it matters most. Meanwhile, the Dodgers have managed to maintain a dominant presence within the National League West despite the absences. They recently completed a series split at Coors Field against the Rockies, escaping Denver with a victory that preserved their unbeaten series record against division rivals this season. Entering the weekend matchup in San Diego against the Padres, the Dodgers boast a 24-9 record against their West rivals, a win percentage that is second only to the Brewers against the NL East. They have been particularly effective against the Padres, having swept a 3-game series at Dodger Stadium just the week prior, and holding an 8-2 record in their 10 matchups so far, with the cumulative run totals reflecting a 49-43 edge in favor of Los Angeles. This demonstrates not just consistency in winning games, but the ability to maintain narrow leads and capitalize on scoring opportunities, as the Dodgers have consistently scored 4 or more runs in 7 of the 10 contests, all resulting in victories. San Diego, by contrast, has struggled to convert scoring chances, recording 4 or more runs in only 5 of those games, and losing every game in which they scored 3 or fewer runs. The Padres' most dominant showing in the season series came on June 10th at Petco Park, an 11-1 victory that highlighted the challenges Los Angeles faced when their bullpen was tested. Matt Sauer absorbed a heavy workload in that game, taking on 14 outs in relief and allowing 9 runs, a performance that likely influenced the team's upcoming roster decisions as Tanner Scott is expected to be activated off the injured list. The Dodgers' pitching depth will be critical in this weekend series, with expected postseason starters including Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto scheduled to take the mound. Snell will make his first regular season start at Petco Park as a visiting pitcher, 6 days after throwing 6 scoreless innings against a former team in Los Angeles. Carrying a career ERA of 2.87 in 43 starts in San Diego and a strikeout rate of 33.6%. Yu Darvish will counter for the Padres, coming off a four-inning outing at Dodger Stadium that included early home runs surrendered, emphasizing the challenge the Dodgers' offense will face in maintaining its rhythm. Offensively, Los Angeles has shown resilience even amid injuries, with Max Muncy's situation being a focal point. After returning to the lineup, he landed back on the injured list due to a right oblique strain, a setback that echoes a similar absence last season, but at a less severe grade. The Dodgers remain optimistic about his eventual return, as he has begun swinging without discomfort and appears to be trending in the right direction, hitting off a tee during recent workouts. In his absence, Buddy Kennedy and prospect Alex Freeland have stepped into the third base role, with Kennedy recording 1 hit and 1 RBI in 13 at-bats across 4 starts, while Freeland has started 3 games. The team's performance during this period has been balanced, going 4-4 in the 8 games since Muncy was sidelined, illustrating the Dodgers' depth and ability to navigate temporary gaps in the lineup. Muncy's injuries this season have been a mix of challenges and resilience. Earlier, a bone bruise in his left knee sidelined him for nearly 5 weeks following a game against the Chicago White Sox in July, and upon returning, he performed effectively in 8 games before the oblique strain intervened. Despite these interruptions, his production remained strong, tallying 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 5 runs scored in a short span, reinforcing his importance to the team's offensive stability and the value of careful management to preserve his health for the final stretch of the regular season and into the postseason. As the Dodgers head into Petco Park to face the Padres, the stakes feel particularly high, even in the midst of a division they have dominated all season. Each matchup carries not just the weight of the standings, but the subtle nuances of momentum, pitching matchups, and timing that can ripple throughout the rest of the regular season. The Dodgers have proven capable of exploiting San Diego's weaknesses, especially in high-pressure situations with runners in scoring position, where the Padres have struggled to convert opportunities into meaningful runs. Los Angeles has taken advantage of this with a lineup that has consistently been able to score when it counts, combining patient at-bats with timely power, as evidenced by their superior production in those scenarios compared to San Diego. While the cumulative batting averages may appear similar on paper, the Dodgers' ability to generate extra base hits and home runs at crucial moments has created a decisive edge in the series so far. Pitching will naturally dominate the storyline, with the Dodgers relying on their depth and rotation flexibility to maintain control. Blake Snell is set to start on Friday night, bringing experience both as a former Padres pitcher and as a dominant presence in his outings this season. Snell's career record in San Diego as a visitor underscores his ability to perform in a stadium that he knows well, despite the challenge of adjusting to a familiar environment now from the opposite dugout. Following Snell, Tyler Glasnow and Yoshinobu Yamamoto are expected to take the mound, each bringing different strengths, but a shared expectation of limiting the Padres' opportunities while maximizing their own team's run support. Yu Darvish for San Diego will provide a stern test, having shown vulnerability in recent outings, including surrendering early home runs to Dodgers hitters. The matchup promises to be a chess game of pitch sequencing, bullpen management, and tactical adjustments, with each manager looking to exploit the opponent's tendencies and weaknesses while preserving their own arms for the broader stretch of the season. Meanwhile, the Dodgers' offensive approach continues to be adaptive and resilient. The absence of Max Muncy has created opportunities for younger players and recently acquired talent to step up, with Buddy Kennedy and Alex Freeland absorbing time at third base and gaining valuable experience in high-pressure situations. These contributions, though modest statistically, have helped the Dodgers maintain equilibrium in the lineup, preventing slumps or deficits from becoming insurmountable. It is a testament to the team's depth that they can weather the temporary loss of a key contributor without suffering a collapse in offensive productivity, and it highlights the strategic planning that goes into maintaining consistent performance across a long season. Muncy's gradual return, coupled with his history of strong production upon recovery, serves as both a morale boost and a strategic advantage, giving the team confidence that their offensive engine will regain full strength at a critical moment. The broader context of the Dodgers' season also emphasizes their ability to dominate within the National League West. With a record of 24 wins and 9 losses against division opponents, they have repeatedly shown the capacity to close out series, sweep key matchups, and maintain pressure on every competitor in the division. Their success is not just a product of raw talent, but of meticulous preparation, situational awareness, and the consistent execution of game plans that maximize both pitching and hitting effectiveness. The ability to combine dominant starting pitching with a lineup capable of timely scoring has created a dynamic in which Los Angeles can control games even when individual players face challenges or injuries. This balance is crucial as they approach the latter stages of the regular season, where every win against division opponents carries heightened significance for playoff positioning and tiebreaker scenarios. At the plate, the Dodgers have relied on a combination of contact hitting, patience, and situational power to exploit the Padres' defensive alignments and pitching tendencies. While the cumulative statistics of batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage may appear similar between the teams, the Dodgers' ability to capitalize with runners in scoring position sets them apart. Their approach emphasizes waiting for pitches to drive, creating opportunities for extra base hits, and generating home runs at moments when scoring can shift momentum decisively. San Diego, conversely, has struggled to perform in these critical situations, allowing Los Angeles to maintain consistent control over the series outcomes, even when the overall numbers suggest close competition. This focus on situational hitting and the strategic use of power has allowed the Dodgers to win games by leveraging timing and context rather than relying solely on volume hitting, a subtle but effective advantage that has carried them through multiple series against division rivals. The bullpen will also play a defining role in the series, as the Dodgers relievers are tasked with maintaining leads established by the starters while navigating the pressures of high-leverage situations against a lineup capable of sudden surges. The management of pitch counts, matchups, and situational substitutions will be critical, especially given the potential return of Roki Sasaki and the ongoing monitoring of Max Muncy's health. These elements combine to create a complex puzzle in which strategic decisions off the field can have as much impact as individual performance on the field. Every pitch thrown, every at-bat managed, and every defensive alignment adjusted carries significance, reinforcing the notion that baseball is as much a mental and strategic contest as it is a physical one. The Dodgers' approach to player health and workload management is a central theme in their current season narrative. Roki Sasaki's rehab highlights the team's emphasis on readiness over speed, allowing the young pitcher to regain both velocity and confidence before returning to major league competition. Similarly, Muncy's gradual swings and monitored progression illustrate a deliberate process aimed at preserving long-term production while minimizing the risk of re-injury. These decisions reflect a broader philosophy in Los Angeles, where player development, strategic planning, and careful management converge to sustain success across a demanding season and prepare the team for the postseason grind. By balancing short-term needs with long-term goals, the Dodgers can navigate injuries, matchups, and scheduling challenges without compromising their overall performance or competitive edge. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Clayton Kershaw, a legendary figure in Major League Baseball and longtime ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers, has sent shockwaves through the sports world following his unexpected announcement to leave the franchise. Known for his dominance on the mound, Kershaw has been synonymous with Dodgers' success for over a decade, yet his recent statements have revealed deep-seated frustrations that fans and analysts had never imagined. Sources close to the veteran pitcher suggest that the decision was not solely motivated by the desire for a new challenge, but also by mounting dissatisfaction with the internal dynamics of the team, from management decisions to clubhouse culture. The announcement came as a complete surprise to teammates, who had publicly praised Kershaw just days earlier for his dedication and leadership. Rumors now swirl about the true nature of the disagreements, with insiders hinting at clashes over player development strategies contractual negotiations, and the handling of high-pressure postseason situations. This revelation casts a long shadow over the Dodgers' current season as they navigate the uncertainty of losing one of the most decorated pitchers in franchise history. Analysts are already speculating how this departure will affect team morale, fan loyalty, and the Dodgers' competitive edge in the highly contested National League, as whispers of internal strife gain traction in sports media circles. In his statement to the press, Kershaw did not hold back, offering pointed critiques of the Dodgers organization that have fueled endless speculation among baseball commentators and social media users alike. He described certain management decisions as short-sighted and suggested that the team's approach to building a championship-caliber roster had been mismanaged, creating tension within the clubhouse. While he avoided naming individuals directly, the tone of his remarks implied significant disapproval of leadership strategies that he once publicly supported. This has led to a flurry of rumors regarding which front office figures may have been the source of his frustration, with speculation ranging from disagreements over pitching rotations to the treatment of emerging talent within the farm system. Kershaw's departure also opens questions about the Dodgers' long-term strategy, as the team faces the difficult task of replacing not just his pitching prowess, but also his mentorship role for younger players. Fans have taken to social media to express shock, disappointment, and curiosity, with hashtags trending that debate whether Kershaw's criticism is a fair reflection of reality or an emotional reaction to his exit. Meanwhile, betting markets and sports analysts have begun recalibrating predictions for the Dodgers' upcoming seasons, suggesting that the ripple effect of Kershaw's departure may extend far beyond the mound, potentially reshaping team dynamics, trade considerations, and the morale of both players and supporters in ways that remain uncertain but deeply consequential. The Dodgers clubhouse, long considered one of the most cohesive in baseball, is now under scrutiny as Kershaw's comments suggest cracks in the foundation that have been hidden from public view for years. Rumors from anonymous sources hint that several younger pitchers may have felt constrained under Kershaw's mentorship, perceiving his guidance as both demanding and politically sensitive in a team environment increasingly influenced by analytics and management oversight. The juxtaposition of Kershaw's traditional pitching acumen against the modernized approach favored by some executives may have created an invisible tension, now being interpreted through the lens of his departure. Media outlets have speculated that the team's emphasis on short-term performance metrics could have clashed with Kershaw's long-term perspective on maintaining player health and developing sustainable talent pipelines. The fallout from this revelation is already impacting fan perception, with debates erupting in forums, podcasts, and comment sections about whether the Dodgers front office has prioritized winning over player satisfaction and loyalty. Further rumors suggest that Kershaw may have been negotiating quietly with other teams for months, using the leverage of his reputation and historical performance to secure an ideal environment elsewhere. If true, this would indicate that his exit is part of a larger trend of elite players demanding more influence over organizational decisions, potentially setting a precedent that could reverberate across MLB in the years to come. In addition to professional disagreements, Kershaw's statements have fueled speculation about personal dynamics within the Dodgers organization, hinting at friction that may have extended beyond contractual or strategic issues. Observers have noted that Kershaw's career has often been characterized by his professionalism and avoidance of controversy, which has made these comments even more striking and newsworthy. Sources close to the pitcher claim that repeated frustrations with communication and transparency in decision-making processes contributed to his growing disillusionment. Rumors now suggest that some players may have privately shared similar concerns, but lack the platform or stature to voice them publicly, creating a potential undercurrent of dissatisfaction that could influence team cohesion moving forward. Analysts and insiders are debating whether Kershaw's criticism will prompt internal reforms or whether it signals a more permanent shift in the Dodgers culture, with potential ripple effects on recruitment, coaching approaches, and overall team strategy. Fans are also speculating on the psychological impact of losing a figure like Kershaw, who had been a cornerstone of their identity for years, and whether his departure represents a turning point in the franchise's narrative. Amidst this swirl of conjecture, some suggest that Kershaw's critique may ultimately serve as a catalyst for change, forcing the Dodgers to confront internal issues that had previously gone unaddressed, while others remain skeptical about whether substantive adjustments will follow in the wake of such a high-profile exit. Finally, the baseball community is abuzz with predictions, conjecture, and a mix of skepticism and concern regarding what Clayton Kershaw's exit truly signifies for both the Dodgers and the league at large. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.